until daybreak comes, we won't know how many more injured and dead we actually find.
I think probably everybody is going to have to wait until they have daylight here before they can start to try to find whether there are people.
Downtown was devastated by the earthquake. Brick walls, old brick historic walls crumbled.
We're finding out now just how bad the damage is in South Bay not too long ago.
Wall fell down a building. Look, we got a bad one here. We got a tree down. A man trapped under it. He's cut out the glass, fell down and cut a man.
We ran out the door, fell out the door, really. We both fell to the ground, couldn't walk. Our Honda Prelude was bouncing across the driveway coming at us. We turned around and looked. We were screaming for our son because he was upstairs in the second story asleep. We looked at the house. It jumped straight up off the foundation about 6 inches. We could see under the house. It just went over the hill and just slowly sank down like it was in quicksand. Just disintegrated. And our son was in there. We hollered and screamed, and from way down there in the distance you hear him say, "I'm okay." And he said it twice, and he come walking up through the middle of the stuff. And he was out. He just kind of bloody and scratched up, but unbelievable. You know, right at that point in time, we didn't even think about the house. We didn't think about anything. All we thought about was our son was alive. Because when we laid there, we both knew he was dead the way the house collapsed together. That's the good old house payment. Arrives after the earthquake. I guess they still want their money.
Friends chanted her name all night long as they camped out by the rubble of what was once the coffee bar where Robin Ortiz worked. It was as if they were...
They said that they'd be back here at 7. It was 21 minutes after 7, and they're still twiddling their thumbs and walking around like it's a party.
Well, what do you mean? What are they supposed to be doing?
They're supposed to be in there digging, trying to get Robin out.
She's still trapped?
She's still in there. They haven't got her out.
We should have had the rescue continue throughout the night. If they won't continue, then we at least want to keep her alive, if she's possibly alive.
3. Robin! 1, 2, 1. Robin!
This morning, and at least 300 to 400 people are going to be homeless because some 20 to 30 buildings are under.
There is an estimated 60 buildings at this time that will have to be demolished.
We have been told that search dogs have now gone into that building. There is one person still unaccounted for in this particular area. They think this person may be in this building. I'm hoping it's a survivor.
One another. The estimated cost of the damage of this earthquake and all related incidences is $2 billion to San Francisco.
I've been waiting for the Vice President and his wife to be here all morning to take a look at the scene here.
Just walking through here and seeing the loss of property, knowing the loss of life, it hits you right here in the heart, and that's the reason I'm here. The President will be coming out here later on this week. We are dedicated to helping the people of the Bay Area in this unfortunate tragedy that has occurred.
These tourists or something?
It appears to be about 90% people that do not live here. Bicyclists, tourists. It has kind of almost a holiday atmosphere. The only thing missing is somebody selling popcorn and balloons. So we are in the process of moving those people out of the area.
If you are not a resident of the area, if you do not have identification for your resident,
Go back there. Back there. Back there. Let's go back there.
Going to the marina. The city has been stupendous in responding to this crisis. The one area we need more cooperation in is in sightseeing and going through the marina. It is causing a serious problem for us.
Grant, we got news people that work on the bridge.
Look here, 25 miles per hour.
Okay.
by far the shutdown of the Bay Bridge because the collapse of the cantilevered section, one section of that
kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't it? To see exactly how large a section of freeway has dropped when you see people standing there in that big, gaping hole.
The Bay Bridge is, we estimate closure for about 20 days. We have a barge crane moving in right now that's going to attempt to pick up the fallen slab and put it into a barge on the water, looking at anywhere between $250,000 and $500,000 to repair that.
That's when we're really going to feel the crunch on our freeway systems, and we'll be missing this bridge desperately. I hope that they will be able to get it repaired sometime this week.
Spectators, mothers and fathers, husbands looking for lost help.
The freeway, they want to cross this bridge, so I'm sure they are in there. I mean, if they are somewhere else, they're going to call me, let me know where they are, you know. But I'm sure they are still in there.
And our friend was behind us. We think he's still on this bridge because he was behind us.
I called the various hospitals, and he's not there. So we came out here with the hope that we could join the rescue and look for him.
We also don't have a firm fix on the number of injured, but we think far more people were brought out of here as survivors than we first thought due to the heroic efforts of passers-by and civilians who joined the rescue efforts.
We had no tools to really get them out with. We went in and kind of pried a couple of doors open.
So you pulled how many people out?
21 altogether.
It was the most incredible thunderous roar. And it all crashed down on us, and then you were in this mess of groaning and screaming people and dust.
I'm happy I'm alive. I was pregnant, I lost my baby, but other than that, I'm just happy I'm alive.
Don't stop the digging, is what I thought they were saying. Friends of Robin Ortiz crossed police lines and got arrested trying to convince the firefighters to go in and work all night long. Firefighters were saying it was very dangerous to work on the side.
Trying to get information from the South Bay since the quake struck, and now
I was in the hallway and I said, let's get out of here. And my wife said, no, let's stay here. I said, let's go out, let's get out. And I was going to go out the front door. Then my wife had me change my mind, and if I'd have gone out the front door, I'd have been in a big hole. I might have got killed, really.
So I just got slammed up against the wall, and John got thrown into the piano. But we picked ourselves back up, only to be thrown again against the wall.
And it kept reoccurring. It stopped, and we'd get up and throw us down again. And all the furniture was flying through the air. Here, I thought the roof was falling in. That was my first thoughts.
And when we did get out, we just like everybody else, we just stood and looked at it. To me, it was almost like looking at the Grand Canyon for the first time because I didn't expect that in my front yard.
Aftershocks continue to rattle the South Bay, further weakening buildings and sending even more people into the shelters. The Red Cross.
We knew there were a lot of damaged homes in Watsonville, but this is really something. There's an awful lot of people, some of them with large families of children, who are living in fields.
They're staying right here until they can get a home. The last I heard from the fire department chief here in Watsonville was that they'll probably be here maybe 3 months.
You're not going to go in there.
Find out why.
Making it very frustrating. Everybody's angry, tempers are short. A 36-block area has been declared a disaster area. That means nobody is allowed to go in or out of this area, and it's making it very frustrating. Everybody's
inspector in yesterday.